Order in the court. All rise.
Please be seated.
Louis Riel versus Thomas Scott. Thomas Scott, charged with assault, issuing death threats, treason, insubordination, showing racial superiority against the Métis community, and insurrection. How do you plead?
Not guilty. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, my name is Louis Riel, and I'll be the judge for this trial of this vile man today. You are here to hear the evidence of trial Thomas Scott, the traitor, who stands accused of multiple unforgivable charges. You may hear a story about how he's a poor immigrant from Northern Ireland, working the land tirelessly. They will want you to feel bad for him, but that's not how the law works. Justice doesn't care about his sad story. Justice only cares about the law.
Thank you, Sir Riel. I now call to the stand Sir Riel as witness. What evidence do you wish to share?
During the second uprising, we had to capture the force of many men trying to take over the fort. On the way back, some of the men called me over to talk to Mr. Scott. He was cursing under his breath. When he saw me, he started yelling that he would kill me as soon as he was freed.
Is that all?
Not the least. I have several reports of him issuing statements about how his guards are half-breeds. He also has been rude towards many officials.
Do you have any evidence to prove this? Maybe a witness?
Yes, we have a written documentary of one of his examples of this. Here you are.
February 25th, 1870. Today, while I was taking care of the prisoners, I was told to move them to other side of the fort. I obliged, and all but one of the prisoners moved without a problem. But one prisoner, Thomas Scott, didn't have it in his mind that he was to follow our instructions. He has an excitable temper and rough ways, a violent and boisterous man. He gave us quite a problem for a bit. When we told him to get up from his cot, he simply didn't oblige. He said that he wasn't going to get up and move, and that I was crazy as a hoot owl. I felt definitely insulted and ordered him to get up. He then said,
Very informative evidence. I'll definitely have to take that into consideration, Mr. Scott. What do you have to say about these charges?
That whole thing is made up. This is all bogus. The accusations are phony. I am not allowed to express my views. That man is loopy, and I told him so. But what happened in the letter never took place.
Do you have any evidence to support these brash claims?
I absolutely do. May I call my witness?
You could, but I have many more important things to do right now, and I need to wrap this trial up.
Witnesses are passed by the defendant. Sir Riel will now give his verdict.
That is unjust. I will not comply with this trial if you are not going to tarnish the law.
Be quiet, Mr. Scott. The court is going to give its ruling.
After careful consideration, I rule that Thomas Scott is guilty by all charges and is sentenced to execution by firing squad, as will anyone else who tries to weaken our strong government.
Order in the court.